Good morning and welcome to the market forecast. I'm John Hoagland. Thanks for trusting me with your time as usual. Today is Monday, March the 8th. As always, we're going to be looking at these markets in context through the lens of risk management. Hopefully, you have a consistent lens that you are viewing these markets. When you want consistency from the markets, you've got to bring consistency. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day here in Chicago. It's supposed to warm up nicely, so I'm sure a lot of folks are looking forward to getting outside and walking their dogs. Lacey's over here sleeping nicely, so that's always a good thing. As far as economic numbers this morning, at 9 o'clock this morning, wholesale inventories is due out. Not expected to be an impactful number. No real big impactful numbers this week as we look kind of forward through the week. We've got the typicals, crude, jobless claims, nat gas. Nothing too important as far as eco numbers this week. So a lot of the focus is going to be on stimulus and rates as far as equities are concerned. The stimulus package has taken another step towards getting passed. Amended form sent back to vote in the House. Looking like they're going to make that vote on Tuesday. U.S. stocks set to open mixed. We've got the Nasdaq languishing lower. All three of the other ones steady to higher. Inflation fears, interest rates, stimulus all remain the focus this week. Again, with little eco data due out. Crude prices pushed higher after an attack on some Saudi facilities and the OPEC decision against raising output this April. VIX up about 6% from its close on Friday, 26.31 last I saw it. Dollar index is up a little bit also, 92.26. That dollar certainly creeping higher. The 10-year yield 1.593, just a little higher. And that's the last time I looked, of course. Yes, as you see in the chat, we have opened a Discord group. We want to invite all of you into it. I'll be hanging out there and making comments throughout the day. We're looking forward to having another feature or tool for the community to talk. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on there. As always, make sure you like, share, comment, question, feedback, and heckling are always welcome. Got to say good morning to everyone. Ralph, first one in the room again. You win the prize. The infamous Felix Escobar, good to see you. Nathaniel, Bulldozer, Bull, John, Milas. Yeah, there's the link to get into the Discord group. Looking forward to seeing you there. Richie B, Charles, Clarence, James, Tanya, Rob, Brian, Shady, Caesar, Michael, Magnum. The Chef Mike is in the room. JD, good to see you this morning. Charles, Danny, Michael, Tim, Edelson, good to see you. James, Nathaniel, good to see you. Emma, good morning. Ashton, Bulldozer, woohoo! He's excited about the Discord, I think. And Oleg, good morning. If I see some new names there, welcome to the market forecast. I'm happy that you're here. Thanks for joining us. And as always, we're going to be looking at our usuals, our most popular products here at Top Step: crude, the E-mini S&P, Nasdaq, gold, the euro, and the 10-year. And we're going to take a look at those shortly. I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping the charts stable. That does seem to happen once in a while. Once in a while, I get a little gremlin or something that tries to fight with me. So I need prizes for being last in the room. Yes, Oleg, you win. You win. All right. I'm going to put another link in here. This is for Market Therapy, which is this Wednesday at 3:15 Central Time. Dr. Menaker is going to be talking. He and I are going to be discussing what to do when you get your switch flipped, when you get angry, when you blow up, when you get angry. What do we do in that regard? We're going to have a nice conversation about that on Wednesday, that's at 3:15. And then, of course, we've got our group coaching also on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And that's just with me and you, having conversations and talking about trading. Any questions are open. Of course, nobody knows everything. I don't claim to know everything. We're gonna learn some things together. Maybe I think last week Wednesday we had a good chance to learn something. I'm still working on figuring it out, but I'll figure it out. Let's get the charts up and ready, and let's dive in. Hopefully, they will last for us for the duration of when we are looking at these charts. Whoops. And here we go. We should have them up here very shortly, and there they are. Let's go. There we go. As always, we start with the daily in crude oil, and now we had a pretty strong addition to open interest on Friday. That would be 11,000 additional new contracts on a kind of a breakout continuation day. Thursday was the breakout above weekly kickoff high last week, which is now the weekly kickoff low, 63.80. And we see continuation on Friday on decent volume, not great volume, but that open interest increase indicates we still have people willing to buy into this market. Price is supported by the OPEC decision last week, and of course that attack on that Saudi Arabian facility at Ras Tanura was a Aramco installation there that was attacked. So we see this market continuing to add open interest. We see bigger volume over time. This auction process still is presenting as relatively strong to the upside, which leads me to continue to think I want to look for opportunities to buy weakness. And where are the weaknesses we're going to find today? Well, we had some early longs that have now reconciled those longs. We're right back towards settlement. We opened in range and value. That's going to suggest to me that I'm going to try and stay patient in this market. If I'm looking for opportunities to buy weakness, we have a gap from Thursday to Friday, which is a structural weakness down below price. We've also got for Thursday's point of control down here, which is around 64.35, which is well above our weekly kickoff low of 63.80, which would also be another number that I would look for an opportunity. But again, it's Monday. I know we've got a lot going on as far as opportunities this week. The fact we opened inside range and value suggests to me that I'm going to find better trade locations and possibly some better opportunities as the day goes on. Try and stay patient. The S&Ps, always interesting and fascinating markets. Let's make this really big so we can all see. We are in rollover week. By Friday, we'll be trading the June contract. The scheduled rollover is on Thursday this week. Typically, Thursday has a little bit higher volume at the beginning of the day, and then by the end of the day, the volume should be greater in June. Either contract is okay to trade on Thursday. However, by Friday, I will certainly be looking at June charts and trading the June contract. It will have more volume, better liquidity, and less opportunity for slippage on stops, if you will. So we've left the weekly kickoff levels, the weekly kickoff high and low, the same. We're kind of looking at a market that we're kind of expecting some range-bound activity while we kind of wrestle with rates and stimulus, but we're looking for kind of volatile range-bound activity. So we took a look at our weekly kickoff high in the overnight, which has now been rejected in the overnight. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the regular trading hours. We added 14,000 on a pretty decent up day on Friday, a little bit lower volume, but this area here is where we're kind of looking at some possible longer term area of balance or choppiness, if you will, and there go the charts. I do apologize for this. I have looked and looked and looked and done things, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why this just tends to happen from time to time. It seems random. Here we go again. We've got the charts back. So, again, a test of weekly kickoff high in the overnight. Volume strong in both directions. Down day, up day. We've shown a lot of volume, a lot of interest in this market, just not a lot of decisiveness as far as direction is concerned. On the 30-minute chart, holy smokes, hang on one second. So our settlement price is all the way up here at 38.39 even. We got a little bit short in the overnight activity here. We've reconciled that activity. It looks like we're going to be opening in range but above value. I'm going to be certainly looking for opportunities up here near weekly kickoff high. If we can't get up there and we start to move lower, I'm going to be kind of looking at opportunities that are going to be created by shorter time frame levels, shorter time frame areas of possible execution, value high, point of control from Friday, 37.66, value low from Friday, and weekly kickoff low. Are we looking at a strong low down here on Thursday and Friday? No, not necessarily. They're very close together. This is not necessarily an indication of good rejection, although we saw some pretty stiff rejection off those lows on Friday and a continuation to the upside. So watching opening the weekly kickoff high for opportunities. If we push lower, I'll look for opportunities again at some of the regular, the short time frame levels. Again, value lows, value highs, points of control, and of course, weekly kickoff low. We didn't even get a chance to see it last week. Be interesting to see if we see the same rejection from that level if given the opportunity today. Nasdaq. Same but different. Volume and open interest. Strong, lots of volume, and especially coming into rollover. Some of this may be rollover related, as well as possibly the 5,300 additional contracts we added on Friday. We kind of in the front end of rollover. We're in the teeth of it now, so the volume and open interest is going to get a little bit blurry for the next week. Friday's open interest strong over and overall the open. Excuse me, one second here. So. On this daily chart, I mean, it's kind of obvious to see that our upside structure has broken. The S&P is traded down below 5% correction. The Nasdaq traded down below 10% correction. The Nasdaq is certainly presenting as the weaker or weakest of the equity indices. Our weekly kickoff low here, which is basically the low for the year, even below the low for the year. This is the December low that we traded right down to within about 10 points on Friday. Take a look at the 30-minute chart here. So settlement is up here, 1698.50. Put that on your charts. Got a little bit too short in the overnight. We are obviously reconciling that. We're still lower on the day. This is, I think, the only U.S. index that is lower so far today. But we seem to be kind of taking off some of those overnight lows. Opening again in range and above value. Weekly kickoff low would certainly be an interesting area for an execution. Overnight high, also an interesting area for an execution. We're in rollover, so again, I'm looking for opportunities, and there go the charts again. I do apologize. Give me 1 second, and we'll get those back up again, and we'll see if we can't finish this without another interruption. And here we go. All right, so I'm still looking for short time frame levels because when we are kind of range bound, even though it's volatile, it's more kind of short time frame information or short time frame levels that are likely to be respected. So the upside longer term continuation structure is broken. Medium time frame lower. Looking in the Nasdaq particularly to find opportunities to sell strength. Is that going to be the right thing to do? Well, a lot of that depends on rates and stimulus. And don't forget on wait a minute. And don't forget inflation. Let's go with this one here. Okay. So 1777 weekly kickoff high. I think there's a lot of space up here for us if this thing were to turn around. Friday's open interest strong overall. Open interest it has been kind of falling off as we've been kind of moving down. It's been dropping since January. Since the beginning of the year, we've lost a whole lot of open interest as this market continues to push lower. That's not necessarily healthy for a continued downside auction, but we're not seeing necessarily any ceasing of it yet, at least not so far. But look at the volume. We're starting to cut off volume down here. We did add 5,300 in open interest on Friday. But on lower volume. What's that telling us? Well, there's some confusion and some disorientation, I think, here in the gold market as we continue to move lower. If we continue to cut off volume and open interest, I'm going to start looking for some sort of a low to come in. And of course, 1669 is an interesting area for us. That is weekly kickoff low, 1669. Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart now. Good morning, Rick. Good to see you. All right, my brother is in the room. Overnight shorts, no gap. So it tells me, again, we may be looking for an opportunity to stay patient and look for better trade locations as the day goes on. The short time structure and short time frame remains lower highs, lower lows. We put in a lower low even in the regular trading hour session here this morning. I'm still thinking I'm going to be a cautious seller of strength, but you have to remember, I mean, when you look at this daily chart, we've come a long way in a short period of time. We've come a long way in a short period of time. The opposite moves are going to be somewhat vicious, and we may be getting close to an area where we might be getting a little bit too short, and we may see some of those opposite moves with some teeth to them. So I'm, again, cautious short. I'm looking for opportunities to limit my risk on anything that I'm doing, of course. All right, the euro, the dollar continues to kind of ratchet higher and higher over time. I mentioned this morning it's up over 92 now, up at 92.26 last time I looked. We're seeing some pretty decent volume on the way down here. Volume has started to increase. We've added 6,100 in open interest on this. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to go and I'm going to get this gremlin that keeps doing this to me. I do apologize. Oh, no, that's not the right thing. I do apologize, and we're going to get this figured out once and for all. And here we go. Strong dollar, volume and open interest increasing even during rollover, maybe somewhat rollover related. Don't forget our currencies are also in rollover. Pretty decent volume on the downside on Friday coming into rollover. That's not bad. It's not bad. So are we getting too short down here? That really is becoming the question. But as long as we continue to bring in volume, we know it's rollover, and then keep bringing in open interest. I mean, over the last two sessions in the euro, we've added over 21,000 in open interest. That's Thursday and Friday on a down move on increasing volume. it's really kind of questionable whether we are becoming too short here. I'll be looking for opportunities for a possible opposite move at the weekly kickoff low at 118.33. Other than that, I'm going to be continuing to be a cautious seller of strength in the euro. Now to the 10-year. Let's see if we can get through this. So with rates continuing to move higher, we've seen, we saw our kind of breakout to the downside last week. We've got our weekly kickoff high at 133 and 1830 seconds here. Looking for continuation down from that level. How are we doing? Well, we're starting to increase volume at lower levels, and we've added 108,000 in open interest in the last two sessions. That's Thursday and Friday. We added 108,000 on Friday alone on a new low. The auction to the downside does appear to be healthy. On increasing volume and open interest, we would look for continuation to this move to the downside. We've got our weekly kickoff low all the way down here at 130 and 530 seconds. So we're right in the middle of it. What's it look like on the 30-minute chart? Inside range and value. Settlement is up here at 132 and 11. We're not really seeing any inventory, though. The market opened here. It's been consolidating here. It's in the middle of the range. Again, I'm going to suggest trying to stay patient. I know you guys hear me say that a lot, especially on Mondays. Mondays are typically not my best trading days. So I'm going to try and stay, again, patient if I'm trading the 10-year. I'm going to be looking for overnight low, perhaps overnight high, or back to settlement might be a decent opportunity for us. But it's going to be, I think, a little bit random because we are in the middle of value from Friday. So try and stay patient. Wait for those better trade locations as the day goes on. All right. So we're excited about our new Discord. Looking forward to seeing you there. Xanax is the prize, Oleg says. Well, all right. I need to attend ASAP. Yes, come and join the Dr. Menaker and I for the group, for market therapy. And you can always join me for group coaching. Always a good time. I enjoy those together so much. Ednelson, grow together, love it. Yes, absolutely. Chris, good morning. Let's all stay disciplined today. 100%. 100%. Diane, good to see you. Keith, good to see you. Timothy S. Bulldozer, will there be an audio chat through the day of what you guys are seeing in the markets? Well, I'm kind of new to Discord, so we're going to kind of see how things go. We're going to get people in there, and we're not going to be discussing buying or selling of any particular product at any specific level. We're going to be talking about the markets and what we're seeing in them, but I'm not sure about audio chat. I know that that is available, but we haven't gotten that far into it. We're just kind of putting it out there and seeing if there's interest. And if there's interest, we're going to do what we do all the time, and we're going to listen to you. We're going to listen to your feedback, your ideas, and we're going to adjust as we go along. I'm looking forward to it. Discord channel is awesome. James, good. I'm glad to see that you're liking it. Kevin, good to see you. And all right, that's going to be about it. I've got about 5 minutes here. We've got some time to take our deep breath and be ready for the equity open here. So I'm going to take my deep breath. I hope that you join me. Humble, grateful, and creative today, and patience. Make the market come to you. If you go looking for trades, you're going to find them. They may not be the ones that the market is going to tell you. Listen to the market, watch the market, accept the market's information, use that information for your best interest. Get out there and profit today. Have a great trading day. I know Dan is looking forward to seeing everybody back here for the market recap at 3 o'clock. I always look forward to it. We'll see you then. Until then, manage your risk. Look for those good opportunities. Trade well, and We'll see you later.